let's try doing two-step equations. So there's just equations that require more than one step. That's all it means. Alright, so let's try 3p minus 2 equals minus 29. Alright, so the first rule is try to bring all the variables on one side and the numbers on the other side. So since 2 is here, we need to bring that over to the right side. So we add negative 2, so we add 2 to negative 2, and then we add 2 to the other side. So the 2's cancel out, and then we get 3p is equal to negative 29 plus 2. Alright, so what we know about integers is that if we have a negative integer plus a positive integer, then what we do is we do a subtraction process, but we get a negative number. Alright, so 29, alright, plus 2 is equal to, negative 29 plus 2 is equal to, 9 minus 2 is 7, and then we get 27. Okay? Okay, so now from here, we have to solve for p, but we have a coefficient in the front. So, like we said before, if you have a coefficient in the front of the variable, we have to multiply that by what we call the reciprocal. Or we can just merely divide this, divide the number. So it's really the same thing, the reciprocal and the dividing. Right? So in this case, let's just divide. So let's divide 3, and then if we divide 3 here, we have to divide 3 on the other side. So 3's cancel. So we get p equals negative 27 divided by 3 is equal to 9. Alright, let's try one more problem here. Alright, now let's try, let's see, negative 5 plus x all over 22 is equal to negative 1. Okay, now this problem is a little more involved because we have a whole fraction, right? And the numerator is much more complex. Alright, so there's a couple ways of going about this, but the easiest way of going about this is like so. Whenever you have a fraction like this and equal to a number, you can do a process we call cross multiplying. Alright? So this is how cross multiplying works. Alright? In this case, what we want to do is we want to convert this whole number into a fraction to make things look clearer. So we can convert negative 1 into negative 1 over 1. Now the way cross multiplication works is the numerator on the left side, so the numerator on the left side, we have to multiply that by the denominator of the right side. Okay, so multiply numerator times denominator of the right side. Then we multiply the denominator of the left side times the numerator of the right side. And then we make them equal to each other. So again, we multiply the numerator of the left side times the denominator of the right side. Alright, multiply that, and then we make that equal to the denominator of the left side times the numerator of the right side. So it works like this. So it's going to be 1 times negative 5 plus x. Okay, so it's numerator times denominator is equal to negative 1 times 22. So it's negative 1 times 22. All right, let's work it out. So 1, we know the distributive property, so 1 times -5 is -5. 1 times x is plus x. That's equal to 1, -1 times 22 is equal to -22. Okay, so now we have to solve for x. To solve for x, we have to add 5 to both sides. So add 5 to both sides. So the 5's cancel. And then x is equal to, well, what's -22 plus 5? That's equal to negative. Alright, subtract both numbers. So 22, 5. Let's see. Well, you know we can't subtract 2 to 5. So I have to borrow one digit from the left. So 2 becomes 1. 2, and then this 2 becomes 12. So 12 minus 5 is equal to 7. Alright, and then we bring down the 1. So our final answer is going to be -17. So what looked like a, kind of a complicated problem, it's not really complicated if we just use cross multiplication. And then we can easily solve for x.